to see if I can find us. Who we got? Amy, Davina, those goddesses. Oops, I better turn down my sound. Amy. Listen to that. Tony, Kathy. Aren't you guys excited? Love the lipstick. Yeah, I know. That's one thing I hate about the mask. Just saying. Don't like it because I don't like not having lipstick. Let's see who all comes on. Hello, Annie Oakley. I love your name. Misha. Davina. Hell yeah. It says bring them on camera. I should do that. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Nicole. Sweet little Nicole. So just so you know, we're going to do a little bit of business before we do anything. I hope you guys saw all the free draws that are going on right now. We're right now at the night, we are cleaning everything, we're moving everything, we're doing all sorts of stuff. We're changing it up a little bit, creating more space, and it just feels really good. It feels like the store is just kind of vibrating, which is very cool. Hello, Annette. Thank you for joining me. So anyways, what we did put, I guess earlier last week, is we put out, a friend of ours is creating this vegan skin line, and she does all sorts of neat things. She makes all sorts of very cool things. Hello, Stephanie. And so anyways, we brought in a couple of her jars, and so this is a vegan moisturizer, and it just is beautiful. And she's, I just love supporting her. She's a great high priestess, very, very, she cares about what she makes and all that. Hello, Fern. Hello, Sharon. It's nice to see you guys. And so we're doing the first draw for the moisturizer. And then I think you guys may have seen today, I put out a whole whack of things that, you know, we're just kind of gifting away. Amy, how are you? And so if you haven't clicked on, you can click on all of them. I mean, all of them are beautiful. And some of them are CDs. There's a couple of decks there, Oracle decks, the Dragon deck, the Celtic deck, which is very cool. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Becky. Hello, Amy. I like this. It's like Romper Room. If anybody's as old as me, you remember Romper Room. Anyway, so this is, hello, Tammy. So what we're drawing for, before we do anything, is we are drawing for the moisturizer. Hello, Becky. Thank you for joining. We're going to have fun. And so here is the winner. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Sharon. Okay, here we go. I'm pulling it out. And the name is Wendy Shantz. Wendy Shantz. The moisturizer will be at the store tomorrow, which is very exciting. So you are gifted. You'll have to let us know if you love it or if you love it. Hi, Miss Tammy. And so just so you know, that would be good. I remember Romper Room. Remember that? They never said my name in Romper Room, which used to really tick me off. So doing the business that we're doing here is the 3-card draw, which is very, very cool. And it's all about, you know, what challenges you, what sort of keeps revisiting you. You can look at it as some sort of karmic challenge. You can look at it in terms of something that you just, you know, it just always seems to come up into your life. And so for me, you know, most people know that I'm all about contracts, that our soul has been contracted, that our soul comes with imprints and memories and all of that beautiful stuff. And so sometimes we just are really challenged and we can't even help ourselves. And so today, what we've done, I love that show. You know it too, Amy. That's funny. Okay, so here we have, I got to set up the cards for you. We have number 1 card right here. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. So, I want you, hello Suzanne, hello Pamela Shepherd. So, you may have already picked a number, but just being around the energy of the card may change. So I want you just to type in which one's speaking to you. If you look at this generator, I mean, generators are pretty cool. I love them. Lots of energy around generators. Then you have this really sparkly quartz. Hi, Alicia. And look at this. You have this Herkimer. So we're going with 3. I'm going to look at 3, 2, lots of 2s. And it's really interesting, lots of 2s. It's really interesting. A friend of ours, Sandy Edwards, she did the other day, oh, hello there. Look at that. Are we connected or what? Your name just comes up. And it was really neat because Lloyd and I did it. And I don't know whether I picked it because of the stone. I don't know whether I picked it because of the card. I don't know, but it just was so incredible how it gave me a message and Lloyd a message, which is very, very cool. I'm into Sparkle. Baby, you are Sparkle. Tammy is 3, okay. Elizabeth is at 2. Couple of 1s. Couple more 2s. Kathy picks 3. Fern is at 3. So again, picking number 1, number 2, number 3. And so I want you just to type out number 2. Number 1 for Sarah. Suzanne, 2 and 3. Julie is 2. And I think what's so beautiful is just 3, okay, Davina, perfect, is just feeling the energy of the message. Annie is going with number 1. Victoria, I hope I'm saying your name right. Victoria, number 1. Andrea is going with number 2. And so this is all about what revisits us, what it is that revisits us. Oh, thank you, Victoria. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw the 3 cards. Then after we've done the thing, then I'm going to mix them up and throw them out there again and see if you're drawn to the same energy, which I just love. I really, really love that. And so that's what we're going to do. But for now, what we're going to do is I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to take off this beautiful generator. Hello. And this is the dog. I'm going to bring it up. Hi, Brenda. Hey, I'm emailing you as we speak. This is a dog. And so with this particular deck, I love the fact that this deck has a dog in it. And if any of you out there are dog people, you know that they come into your life and they have a higher purpose. I mean, our dog, Ferg, he came into my life when I didn't even know I was ready for him. And he just followed me around and communicated his need to come home with me. And I resisted. But I finally caved. And like 14 years later, he's still with us. He is such a huge part of our home. And so the first card is about the energy of a dog. And people that have dog medicine in them are incredibly loyal, highly intuitive. Like you look at a dog knows if you're a good person. They can sense your soul. They literally can sense your soul. And so it's like having this high intuitive energy. and just being able to do that. They bring joy, like, you know, dogs, when they're happy and they're loved and they feel appreciated. I mean, our dogs just literally, well, right now they're sleeping, but they just exude this joy, and you walk in the door and it's like they've never seen you for 10 years. I mean, they're just so beautifully loyal, and they're transparent with their emotion. And so anyone who's picked this first card, which is the dog, is loyal, absolutely has this beautiful energy that is just consuming, that they're emotional. Like when we got our young dog, everybody said that Ferg would have a really difficult time, but it wasn't Ferg. It was Lily. Like, she was jealous, and she still is. Like, if you go to pet Fergus, Lily has like a shit fit. And so they're highly emotional and sensitive. I mean, I can just mess with her just by giving her a look. And so when you have dog medicine, you're all of those beautiful things. On the other side of dog medicine is they will take a lot of abuse. And they will, and they'll still love you. They will still love you. They'll still want to please you. They'll still want love from you. And so, no doubt, anyone who has picked this particular first card is a person that perhaps in their life doesn't, you know, just absorbs their emotion and literally sort of enables other people because they can see their pain and they know that they're full of pain. And so they take a lot of abuse, and they just want love, and they just want forgiveness. And they, you know, I'll never forget when Lloyd said to me with Lilia, our little puppy, when he said she just wants to please you. That's all she wants to do. They definitely have a pack, so they don't like to be alone. They like to be within a community. They have their own language. And so if you pick the number 1, this just lets me know that you're this incredible, loyal person, that you're very devoted, and that perhaps, you know, just being able to see, like, at what cost, you know, sometimes we'll just absorb ourselves so much that we just completely dismiss our injury, or we'll make excuses for people that are in pain. And so this really is like, it just, I love this card. I love this card. And so this is the card number 1. Whoops, I better bring this down so you can see. Here's number 2. Is there anybody out there that picked number 1? Oh, Karen, you did. That's very cool. And if so, does the message speak to you? I'd love your feedback. Second card. I'll bring this up. Yeah. It's a coffin. Look at it. Coffin. It's exactly right. Yeah, neat. Me to a T. Yeah, amazing. Isn't it amazing? It really is. So for those of you who picked number 2, and this is with this beautiful crystal, here's a coffin. So this, as any card, definitely has a very complicated meaning. It could be that you actually experienced a loss that you have not recovered from. Perhaps someone has left you physically and you haven't recovered from that. It can be, you know, where when they left, or, you know, when they passed away, that they took a piece of you, or it feels like they took a piece of you with them. And so if you did receive and pick number 2, then there may be some loss that you've experienced that you are still working through the healing. You know, I know everybody heals, and it's a very personal kind of thing. I know I lost my dad last year, experienced a loss in 1998. And it's you know, you can take as long as you want, but there's no doubt in my mind that someone that has passed away is still with you, and being able to work through that loss. This also speaks to you know, sometimes we have a difficult time putting things to rest. You know, just absolutely putting things to rest, and bearing it. You know, it's like it's over. I'm going to let go of this. I want to recover. I want to move on. Sometimes, you know, with the coffin energy, it's like, you know, a part of us feels like if we were to bury it, or we to let go of it in some way, we're dishonoring the person, you know. So no doubt. It also can be for people that have a difficult time with ending something, saying goodbye, or shutting the door on something, to kind of really put it to rest, you know. And so it may follow you, or you may just feel like you can't let go of it. And so but isn't that just an interesting card to have a coffin in a deck? And so if for instance, if you are still working through a loss, you've got to be kind and gentle to yourself. Or perhaps somebody has left your life that, you know, like you're still mourning their loss, like maybe they split up with you, or maybe the relationship ended, or any of those things. Just letting go of all of that, but in light, and honoring what they brought to you. You could feel a bit dead at the moment, or just kind of not having a lot of energy, or where you just feel that, you know, you're not really inspired. So, and there's no doubt, like all of you out there, and I know all of you are highly intuitive, and you'll draw from your own message from the image. And that's what I love so much about, like, look at this very simple image, but it invokes in you a lot of meaning, just from the image, the one picture. So yeah, so number 2 is a coffin. Hello. Number 3, the anchor. The anchor energy, look at it. And the anchor came to this world already, you know, responsible. They're old souls. When you look at an anchor, often they you know, are solid, and people lean on their energy. People draw from their energy because they typically are very solid people, and they're just present and constant. Not that they're boring, because there's no way in this world that they're boring. It's just that they're 5 minutes early, you know, to an appointment. If they say, yes, I'll do that, they'll show up even if they're half dead. That they're usually, you know, they carry the body also of an oak tree. So, you know, when they're devoted and stand by somebody, like they absolutely are there, like 100% loyal, 100% present. They also, you know, like sometimes they feel the need to be very grounded, like very, you know, like anchored into the earth, and their security comes from that. So they may be a bit perfectionists, or they may like things in a certain order, or they don't like change, you know. So it's really about looking at that real steady kind of energy. On the other side of the anchor, it can be when they're triggered, that they leave their body, or they come out of their body, or if they're not if they're in unfamiliar territory, they feel quite unstable in a sense, or they may not feel particularly comfortable, so they tend to stay in things that are familiar. They're honest, they're dependable, they're responsible, and so like you know, often they'll take on the issues of the family, or they'll take on the responsibility of somebody else's problems. Often they need to sort of revisit their table, see what's theirs, see what isn't theirs. They definitely have a tendency to, you know, be the one that sits down last at night, probably the first one to rise in the morning. So I mean, they're just this, they have this energy that is very, you know, you can just feel their energy, and I love the energy of anchors. They typically have a really kind of interesting wit about them. Sometimes they can be a little bit passive aggressive because they take on so many people's emotions that they sometimes sort of view that as a victim in a sense. And so, you know, they may be a little bit, you know, that passive aggressive sort of approach every now and then when they're going, oh, well, don't worry about me, that sort of energy. And so, yeah, so it's just a very cool combination of different cards. So the first two, Brenda and Howard, I'm drawn to the first two cards. So true. So I'm looking for your feedback. So did the people that picked number 2, did the message resonate with you? And the people that picked number 3, did it resonate for you? And I mean, it's really being aware of that, right? Like, and that's what I love so much about, you know, having these messages and kind of challenging you to see if the message, what the card resonated with you, and, you know, what you got out of it. So yeah, it's very cool. Bang on. Yeah. And so very cool. Let's see. So they're sitting there. So now what we're going to do, number 3 really resonated. That's Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. I picked 3, totally resonated. Last to sit down, first to get up in the morning, for sure. Tammy, so an anchor, but a beautiful anchor at that. Oh, there's Lily. She's talking. Elizabeth, number 2 really resonated. That's very cool. Yes, Lily. I really wanted to pick 2, but not surprised I chose 3. Interesting. Number 3 resonated with me. I was talking about grounded myself today. Wow. It is true. I picked 2 and 3, and they're true. I was choosing between 2 and 3, but I think 2 and 3 combined with me because 2 represent let go because they're anchored. Wow. Nailed it. I'm 2, yeah. That's very cool. Like, I mean, and what's really interesting is, you know, when you identify whatever sort of revisits you, then you can make a decision to do the opposite of what you normally do. You know, it's like, you know, or you're more aware. Like a lot of times, you know, when we're sort of, especially with the dog energy, you know, it's like when we're in a situation and we love somebody and we just feel so devoted to them that sometimes we don't even think that what we're experiencing is some sort of emotional or abuse, you know, and being able to go like, is it worth it? Like, is my soul or my life is this love worth this type of behavior? So it's just very cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch them up. You should see that Herkimer is just like shining. And I'm just going to Brenda 2 and 3, today the 3rd answering anniversary of a dear friend's passing. Wow. It is amazing how they kind of flow together, isn't it, Annie? Okay, so I just want to shuffle them so you know that I'm shuffling them and that I'm not putting them in any particular order. Okay, here we go. Ready? Number 1, number 2, number 3. So when you're ready, I want you to pick again. Only this time, here's number 1, number 2, number 3. And we're going to see if you pick the same card. And so I want you to post, just put it in the comment section, what one you're going for this time. If you're staying with the same or you're going to do something different. Elizabeth, number 3. Sandy, number 1. Okay. Davina, number 1. 1 and 2 for Brenda. Julie, 3 and 1. Victoria, 2. Tony, Luca, 3. Sarah, 2 for me. Tammy is 1. Annette is 2. Sharon is 1. Annie is 2. Sandra is number 2. Fern is 2. Kelly is 2. Brenda is 1. Andrea is 2. Cool. So this being 1, this being 2, this being 3. Michelle is picking number 2, okay. Cool. Anne is picking number 2. Excellent. And so we're going to turn over the first card. Look at this. In the same spot, the dog. That's just amazing. The dog is in the same spot. Like, how loyal is that? Number 2, the coffin. That's insane. That is insane. Look at that. So how many of you picked the same card? Isn't that insane? It's like, honestly, there they are. You saw me shuffle them. We should go to Vegas. It is a bit creepy. It is amazing. It is. And so, like, that's what I find is just so cool. It's like, you know, like here is 3 card draw. Wow. Yes. Boom. There it is. Annette, did you pick the same card again, or did you pick a different card? I'd be interested. But it's like they all lined up the second time. And that's why I find it so important, not just to lay the cards once, but to do it twice. Yeah. So I hope that you enjoyed the messages. What else? Yes, both number 2. I got 3 cards the same, but got different for 1. I picked the same 2 cards, Brenda says. Like, isn't that just amazing? So then it's now you have an idea of where you need to do some work and just kind of reflect on it. And Kelly picked the same card. Wow, that's great. You're most welcome, Sandy. You're most welcome. So, I mean, it just gives you a kind of a direction where to go. And so I just want you just to sort of enjoy that. And I love doing these readings. I'll be doing another one at some point tomorrow, just so you know. Chris and I are going to be at the 9th. We're very excited. We're going to be doing some more work there. She's been doing this intuitive shopping, and well, we've been doing it, and it's just been so much fun. Often people will, you know, think that they know what they need, and so we've been using the energy of just our intuition and doing the numerology and creating different 3 then 1. Oh, cool. Yeah, 3 and then 1. That's interesting, Tammy. So anyways, we're going to be doing that, but also tomorrow is going to be a full moon, which is very cool. It's the first full moon apparently for the year, so that's very cool. And it's also the bell talk, and so I'm going to be working with my traditional tarot deck, and I'm just going to be putting out just random cards for people. So we're going to be doing that spontaneously through the day a couple of times, just because I think it's really important to be present tomorrow for sure. So if you are out and about and you feel like working with the traditional tech, I'll be giving some just random 3-card draws for people. And so I want you just to kind of look at how you're feeling and how you are doing. And I mean, we've had quite a few people over the last couple of days reach out and let us know that their anxiety is really being challenged at this time, and so we're just trying to be a little bit more present, and so yeah, so thank you. I will talk to you soon, and have a beautiful evening. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.